Hello and welcome everybody to day 2. So excited that you're still here with us in this beautiful paradise of exploring and playing with the yin side of life. That side that is receptive and open, and it's such a joy for us to be able to present some of the yin side of yoga, along with this practice of self-inquiry. I want to just say why we chose self-inquiry, because traditionally you hear a lot about yin yoga and mindfulness, which is of course a beautiful, beautiful practice. But we felt like the stillness of yin yoga just lends itself so beautifully to the deep, profound contemplation of the questions like, who am I in my essence? What is here? And we've kind of taken the curriculum of self-inquiry to a whole new level in this course, and I feel like it's going to be something that's hopefully going to have a profound impact on your contemplation practice, right? Because on one level we can say, well, wait a minute, why do we need to learn so much if self-inquiry is just the recognition of who and what you are? Do we really need to learn? But in a weird way, you could almost say the same about meditation. You could say, okay, meditation teaching. Here, I'm going to teach you meditation. What would we need to know? Well, close your eyes. Don't move. Let your thoughts be still. Contemplate the ultimate essence of what you are. Now, for some people, that would be a complete, all you need teaching for meditation. Maybe instantly they go into that experience. Wait a minute, whoa, 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 whoa. The waves of bliss are breaking on the shores of the soul. Nothing needs to be said. But for most of us, we need reminders. We need ways to remember. In fact, in the tradition of yoga, we have this concept of smriti, and smriti just means memory. Remember who you are. Because most of us look in life outside for happiness, when the truth of the matter, put very simply, awareness of who you are, awareness of existence, that you exist. I am. That principle of existence is playing, and awareness of that moment by moment is, in fact, the greatest happiness. So simple. Awareness that you exist, I am, is in fact the greatest happiness that you have, the greatest joy that you experience as a human being. So then the question can come, well, if that's true, if the greatest joy is just inside me being aware that I exist, why so much Leela, we would say in yoga? Why so much play? Why are so many people looking outward in this and that activity, this and that thing, to try to kind of draw some happiness for life, when in fact happiness is in our own existence? And I think the kind of short answer is because we tend to remember and forget. And we're in a kind of a cycle. We remember, oh my gosh, everything I need is here. Nothing is needed other than for me to marinate in the contentment and the joy of my existence. But this person has such an interesting profile on social media, and maybe maybe I could be a little bit more like that way. And some play starts, and we find ourselves moving out rather than sitting in the awareness of what we are. And the kind of depth of self-inquiry is more than the question, who am I? It is the answer. It is the answer to the question. And the question doesn't have to be, who am I? And we'll go over that in depth on the course. We'll look at what are the meaningful, most relevant questions inside the process of contemplation called self-inquiry. And I feel by the end of what we do together, you will have no question in your mind, what is this practice? But even more than that, I hope you'll have in your heart the depth, the power of contemplation, so that you can use it like self-practice in yoga, right? When we say, okay, by the end of this course in Yin Yoga, you should be able to self-practice. You should be able to roll out your mat, find 5 or 6 postures you love, guide yourself through the practice. And I feel the same way about the process of self-inquiry. I hope by the end of this class, by the end of this course, you can sit with yourself in contemplation, put aside all thoughts other than who am I or the other relevant self-inquiry questions, and really dive into the ocean of your own being. So, that's a little bit about kind of an overview of what we're looking at. Let's go into an actual experience of practice. So, let's just take a moment, center yourself physically, kind of rock a little bit back and forth. You can close your eyes if you like. Just come into the present moment and feel that you're lifting the crown up into the sky, opening the crown, rooting the sit bones down into the ground, and finding that still point at the center. And now let's do the same thing front to back. Just move the body a little until you find that still beautiful center point where the crown is opening toward the sky, but the chin is still gently tucked in, sit bones rooted into the ground, shoulders back, heart open. And first, maybe just let's see what's here. Maybe there's sounds that you hear, but they're also just passing through. Nothing wrong with sound. Maybe there's some physical sensation. Also fine. Maybe the breath is moving. Nothing wrong with the breath. Amidst all this sound, the movement of the breath, the physical sensations. Is there something that's not moving and that's always here? Can you become aware of that? Can you be aware of your own existence? And if you are aware that you exist, what is it that is aware? What part of you can be aware of your own existence? Nothing to do, nothing to undo. Just what's here now. Is there a beginning or an end to your awareness? Slowly, when you're ready, bringing some awareness back into the body, back into the breath. Taking a moment just to bring your hands to heart center with gratitude for the great sages of Gyan Yoga who brought this contemplative practice of self-discovery so that everyone could discover something of who and what they really are. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And it is truly our greatest joy to be able to share with you from the depths of the tradition of self-inquiry and Gyan Yoga. And really in my heart I say I cannot wait to practice together, to look together, to discover together something of who we are. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to look with all of you. And thank you from the depths of my heart. I hope to see you again soon.